Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm your host, Brandon Rowe. Welcome back to the Brandon Rowe Show. Before we get started in this video, I need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe for your boy, please. Today we talking about the NFL Wild Card Weekend. Let's get into it. Wild Card Weekend 2025. Let's start in the AFC. So obviously the Broncos got a bye. Pats versus Chargers. All right. Chargers are messy. Chargers are messy, okay? Um, got a good coach. Um, Offense is just okay. Justin Herbert ain't, you know what I'm saying? He's good, but he's serviceable. He's better than serviceable. He's good, but he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't going to win you no game. Like he not moving the needle like that. You know what I'm saying? Their defense is okay. They create a lot of turnovers though. But hey man, them Pats got Drake May. Who would have thought we would be saying this about Drake May right now? Drake May balling, Travion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson. They got a slew of running backs over there. They got a couple niggas I don't even know their name. They still be scoring touchdowns. Like who the fuck is this nigga? And honestly, quick pause real quick. I made it to the championship in my fantasy league, and nobody, and I mean nobody but Dak Prescott scored a touchdown on my team. So that includes you, Travion Henderson. Pissed me off. Anyway, but Pat's defense is great. So with that combination, I'm going Pats over Chargers. All right, next up, we got the Bills versus Jags. So the Jags went from they gotta be like most improved. Well, damn, they got a lot of most improved teams though. But you got but the Jags, they went from the number 2 pick last year in the draft to being 13-4 this year. Like that shit is unheard of. Trevor Lawrence looking like we've always thought he could look. You know what I'm saying? So Jacoby Myers been out there balling. And the craziest part is they doing this without Trav. Y'all told us that Brian Thomas Jr. was supposed to be that nigga, and he relatively hasn't. Like he really ain't been. So it's been very interesting to see that they still been winning, despite those struggles. But like I said, Jacoby Myers been balling. I think they traded for him, right? They got him from Las Vegas, right? So but it's crazy. I seen this. I was in preparation for the show. If you hold, if not if not if you hold them, if they hold you to 20 points and below, they got you. The Jaguars has only lost one game when they held their opponent to 20 points, and that was to the Seahawks, but that's only because they was only able to score 12 points. So every other game that they have held their opponents to 20 points or less, they won. So these boys is good on defense, and bro, let me just move on over to the Bills, and y'all will understand why I said that, bro. The Bills have no Mahomes, no Lamar, no Joe Burrow. The Bills have no fucking excuses. No Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson, no Burrow, no excuses. Get it done. Josh Allen, you got the best fucking quarterback in the playoffs in Josh Allen. Get it fucking done. You got James Cook. Get it fucking done. Get it done. If they don't get it done, McDermott gone. This McDermott and Allen combo out of there. Finito. If y'all ass go up there or wherever they playing at, I don't know quite where they playing at. I would imagine they would be playing in Buffalo. But if the Jags come in there and as Jalen Ramsey said when he was playing for it, and we win that bitch, and them Duval boys go up there and beat y'all ass, it's a wrap. Honestly, bro, for the Bills, it's Super Bowl or bust. Because you have no Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson, and no Burrow to worry about this year. Go get it fucking done, bro. So, if I'm being honest, the Jaguars could go up there and win that fucking game, bro. The key is stopping James Cook. James Cook was on my fucking fantasy team too. Took me all the way to the championship, but his motherfucking ass couldn't score no touchdowns. And hey, man, they can be had, bro. So I'm gonna pick with my head and not my heart. I'm gonna go with the Bills. But don't be surprised if the Jaguars go up there and beat they motherfucking ass. All right. So I'm taking the Bills. All right. Next up, last game in the AFC, Texans versus Steelers. So, Steelers, DK bike, and we can definitely see a big difference between this team with DK Metcalf and not without DK and without DK Metcalf. Like, they ain't got nobody. It's Aaron Rodgers. It's Aaron Rodgers, Kenneth Gainwell, and DK Metcalf. If them niggas ain't on the team, I don't know how Tomlin doing it. Okay, I don't know how he doing it. He found the nigga Austin. I don't even know his first name. Austin, he played pretty good in DK's absence, but we'll see, we'll see. If they can do this. But Kenneth Gainwell been a problem, bro. You line him up, you throw him out for a little swing route. He turned that bitch into 50 yards. Like, he can run the ball, he can catch the ball. Gainwell is a problem. On to the Texans though. The Texans got a good wide receiving core. Once again, Nico fucking Collins is on my fantasy team. For whatever reason, CJ Stroud cannot get him the fucking ball. He just can't. I don't know what the fuck the problem is. When CJ Stroud was out and Davis Mills was in, Nico was fucking balling. He depended on his best player. For whatever reason, CJ Stroud just can't get him the ball. But that tight end, I can't remember his name right now, but Dalton Schultz, but they got another one. They got another tight end that's for the Texans that's been balling. That seemed like his little security blanket. If CJ Stroud just go out there and be good, they win this game no problem. But get Nico the ball, bro. Get Nico the fucking ball. But the biggest thing is that defense. The Texans got maybe the best defense in the NFL, bro. The Texans defense is crazy. They got a good pass rush, and that secondary gonna lock your ass down, bro. Like, they got a good fucking defense. It's their offense that's the question. Their offense is the fucking question. I ain't gonna lie. I love Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is probably my favorite quarterback. Best thrower of the football that I've seen with my two eyes. I know y'all say Brady. I know y'all like to say Peyton. Peyton was more cerebral. I like Peyton play style. Brady just find a way to win. I love that. But to me, the best quarterback that I've seen with these two eyes is Aaron Rodgers. I love Mike Tomlin. But I'm going Texans, bro. I'm going Texans. All right, so that's my that's my AFC wrap up for and predictions for wild card weekend. let's move on over to the NFC. Let's go over to the NFC. So, Seahawks by best team in the league to me. Best team in the league to me. So let's start with the Bears and Pack. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all know them Cowboys bleed blue through and through. I said I was gonna be a Bears fan for the rest of the season. Not on no like switching, bandwagon shit, but nah, I like that story, right? The Bears been trash, right? Let's face it. Let's call a spade a spade. The Bears been trash. They got Ben Johnson from the Lions as they coach now, and I didn't see them transforming that this fast. Honestly, I did not. So when the Cowboys lost to them earlier in the season, I'm like, how the fuck we losing to the Bears? But that's a fucking good team. That's a good fucking team. Um, so division game, obviously. This is their third time playing this year. They split. I think the Packers won. I think the Bears won the first one, then the Packers won the second one. However it was, it's a split though. And yeah, it's hard to beat a team twice, man. It's hard to beat a team twice. So we'll see how this goes. The Packers on a 4-game losing streak though. Packers on a 4-game fucking losing streak. They lost to the Broncos, the Bears, the Ravens, and the Vikings. Like they backing their way into the playoffs. I don't like that. I know Love has been out. He's been hurt. He had a concussion and all of that kind of stuff. But I just don't think the Packers do anything particularly special. Like defense is offense is coaching is quarterback is but they find a way. They find a fucking way. But the Bears are backing their way into the playoffs too. They lost their last 2 games. They had a thriller against the Niners. So that was a really good game. Then they had an almost comeback against the Lions, last week of the season. But, it's crazy because the Bears are like them teeter-totter teams, right? And kudos to them because they pull them out. But 11 of the 17 games that they played this season are one possession wins or losses. Like they've lost or won by one possession 11 out of 17 times this year. That's fucking crazy. Like, obviously, good teams, they find a way to win those games. And obviously, they're a good team. But if I'm being honest, like, I don't I don't look at the Bears. I know their record and everything will say that they're the second seed. I don't look at them like they're the second best team in the NFC. I don't look at them like they're the second best team in the league. If I'm being honest, like honestly, not the whole, but three of the teams from the NFC West, they the top teams in the league. Like Seahawks, Rams, Niners. Those are the top three teams in the fucking league. Period. Then I'll put the Pats at 4 and probably Bills at 5. Broncos, I just don't trust the Broncos. I don't. I don't look at Broncos as I know they earned the number 1 seed and Sean Payton got them boys winning. It's crazy what he's been able to do with Bo Nix, but that's honestly that's their issue is Bo Nix. Harvey out there toting that thing, but so I'll put the Broncos at number 5, but I don't see them. I don't think that they're the best team in the league. Bears, they probably around number 6 if I'm being honest. Just from me. But Caleb been out there balling, man. As Mojo Brooks say, hey, French tip on me, bro. Like, like he been out there balling. So it's very good to see his progression. It's very good to see, him. He's stepped up a few levels from last year to this year. So that's really good to see for Caleb Williams. The Bears secondary is a problem. Al Harris, their cornerbacks coach and, DB coach, like obviously he came from Dallas and he got them boys playing good. Nashawn Wright, he got them boys playing good. So and they create turnovers. So I like I like the Bears. Um, I'm gonna take the Bears. They better win. Honestly, they better win. They better not get up there and choke, bro. Like the Bears fans has been waiting too long for this. Don't get up there and choke. Don't be like the Cowboys. Like get up there and win something. So I'm going with the Bears. Next, Rams in Carolina. Honestly, I want to start by saying shout out to Bryce Young. Shout out to Bryce Young. And that's because I was of the belief last year that this might could be his last season as a starting quarterback because he just seemed like it just was not clicking for him. He was not getting